Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den Legacy Internet Radio. Thank y'all, everybody, for rocking and rolling with us and our sister Jody Smith.
Yes.
You've been listening to Attention and the Life You Choose right here on Legacy Internet Radio. Jody Music Mixtape.
Yes,
she's
thank
up in this
you.
joint, Richmond, Virginia's own singer, songwriter, producer, rapper,
Word.
entrepreneur, and entertainer extraordinaire.
Thank you.
She's
I've
been rocking
enjoyed
with us.
myself
I think
too.
she a headly man.
Hey man, don't you
got
talk that
22
shit with me,
jobs,
girl.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Hey,
man.
girl.
Ain't no hashtag Marcus J is sponsored by JT Lewis Insurance, Corinne Hair and Beauty, Live Action Captions, and Free Spirit Enterprises. Thank you for listening to us on TuneIn, Streamer, and the replays on YouTube. It's because y'all rock with us. That's why we continue to roll. At this time of the show, it's time to turn it over to the dating pool diva. She is going to lead us in the Diva Diaries. We got the dating pool diva up in this joint. Diva,
Hey,
your
you
music
playing my
is playing.
song?
I'm playing your
You playing it?
song. I'm
Oh.
playing your song.
Oh.
Go ahead. Do the thing
What?
that you do. It weirds us all out. Hey, okay.
The Diva Dougie.
Yeah, it's a little awkward, but hey, it's your thing.
It's my thing.
It's your thing. Hey, no hashtag Marcus J. Dating pool diva. Diva Diaries. You up, girl? What you got?
All right, I got a hot web topic. I was looking at Facebook today, and I got a topic from there, and I thought it would be a good discussion, okay?
You got it. Go for it.
Just a scenario, okay? Would you interfere?
What's the scenario?
Oh, go ahead.
That's all I know.
Would you interfere if your sister or other female is involved in a domestic violence situation with a boyfriend or husband?
Yep.
Okay, so that's why since you're giving me the most energy,
I mean, there's no other answer to that. It's just yes.
Yes,
I mean,
just simply yes.
I mean, this. What else can I say?
is there a number of times?
Number of times. What number of times? No.
She
one
keep
time.
going back to him over
One
and over
time.
again.
One time
But-
is all it takes for me to jump in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You jump in,
You're going to beat them down.
but they go back. You know, like, I've seen stuff like that, and women go back. Sometimes it's not worth jumping in if they're going to go back. Like, you really putting yourself out there. If they just going to go back, you beating this dude down, and they go back.
It does
You
not
know what I'm saying?
mean that you can put your hands on my sister.
Right.
It does not mean
I agree.
that. She could be dumb as all dumb and go back
I agree.
9,000 times.
Well-
It does not mean you put your hands on my sister.
Right. Like,
On
if,
my brother, because I'll bust them up.
personally, if I had a sister, you know, I'd probably be in jail because it wouldn't be a second time I've been put him out of
That's what I was getting ready to say. Like, I'm sitting there listening to y'all talk. I'm like, what we talking about here?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have just took that L and been behind bars because I would have hurt
Yeah,
him or,
that's my thing.
or pretty much tried to kill him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Ms. D,
But
what you think over there?
There is no going back because once we step in, that's it. Yeah, he's gonna be mad. Some chicks beat his ass. Yeah, definitely, certainly, because none of my brothers are here. It's just me and my sisters right now. So if one of my sisters was in that situation, which she's not, she's smart enough not to be. But if it ever happened, oh yeah,
right,
it's gonna be one time and that's it.
right.
That's it.
It's
Right,
crazy
right.
that you bring that up because I actually lost 2 friends because of domestic violence. Like one, we was 2 weeks out of high school, and her boyfriend hit her and she fell down the stairs and broke her neck.
Oh, my goodness. That's awful.
The next time was last year. I had a friend living in Cincinnati. She actually got away, and the dude found her and put a bullet through her head. You
That
know,
is
so
awful.
I mean, this
So
is
he's dead, right?
who him?
Yeah.
I mean, he's locked up.
Oh, no, that's not the answer.
It's not the answer. I mean, you know, but I mean, they caught him, but the reality of the situation is that's what it is.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. We're getting a caller. You on the live line. What's your name? What you want to get in on?
Good evening. My name is Shayna Latia, and I was in a domestic relationship for 7 years.
Wow.
Absolutely.
What's going on, Shayna?
And
First of
my-
all, that's our sister Shayna who joined us in studio last
Hi.
week. We're going to give you some
I had
love.
to call in on this one right here.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
really did. It doesn't matter how many times family, friends, or anybody interfered, because I have family, friends. It all mattered when I personally wanted to get out of the relationship. On all seriousness, like, it is a real mental thing. It's really not that easy. It's really not that easy just to pick up and leave. Like, you really have to be in that. It's a state of mind. It's a mental thing.
Right. I would agree.
It was really real for me. Like, it was, I mean, it was real.
Yeah.
And it took me to get to a certain point where I said, you know, I'm not going to take this anymore. I don't love you, and I can move on from this.
Yep, good
I
move.
feel you. And I applaud you
Personally.
for that, for finding yourself and finding your strength, because it takes a lot of courage to leave someone once you trust them and they actually do a number on
It
your
does.
psyche, you know?
It truly, truly does, and it's a lot that comes with it. A lot of people see you, you know, looking from the outside in, like, girl, why don't you just pack up and leave and da 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 da. But it's a real mental.
Yeah.
It's a real. I want to say it's a mental disorder. I don't want to say disorder, but it's a real mental energy pull. It's a real thing, and it took. For me, I had lovely family members. I have great family members, you know, who came over, helped me, did all kinds of things. But until I personally wanted to move on with myself, and when I personally got the strength, because honestly, someone who's abusing you is really knocking your inner self down. Like, they're really tearing at you. It's not just physical. It's a lot of mental things that go on with that.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for calling. That we did, you know, see what you're coming from, where you're coming from on that.
Yeah, it takes a lot to, like you said, it's definitely mental. It takes you down emotionally, and you've got to build up that strength to see so that you can get out. So you get serious kudos for taking your time, and being careful is another thing you got to do. You can't just jump up and say, I'm going to haul ass.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
Absolutely, because you never know what that other person is capable of.
So you
And
did good.
They really put fear in your heart. And you really think that that person will try to kill you, literally.
Yep, but you did good. Good for you. Good
Oh,
for you.
absolutely. I've been out of it for like 2 years, so a lot of people don't know that about me, but you know, but that's the real. When that topic came up, I'm at work now. I had to go to the bathroom and call in.
You in there, John?
Well, go on back to
Don't tell on me.
go on back to work
We
and don't
won't tell.
get in no trouble, girl. Thank you for listening, and thank you for checking in. Peace. Thank you, Shayna.
On the strength of what you're saying, I just texted a friend of mine that actually been through this type of situation, and she knows where all the safe houses is in the city. So if anybody out there listening, you know, you can call in, or, you know, text us, hit us up on Facebook, call us at 804-402-2893. She's getting ready to send me a list of all the safe houses in the city, and you can just call up here and we can get you
post that,
safe
yep.
on for real.
Yep.
You know, have Steppin with Marcus J.
I was really feeling what she was saying, because I actually had a close friend that I tried to defend. I tried to step in, you know, when it was a domestic violence situation, and she would just keep going back to him over and over again until he broke her arm. And when he broke her arm, then there was a wake-up call, like, I need to leave this dude before it goes further than that. So she's right. It's a mental thing.
Yep.
You got to be ready.
Yep. Definitely scary. If you don't get it together, if you don't think carefully, get your mind right carefully, like we were saying, you can't just jump up and go. You got to watch what you do real carefully, because you don't know what that other person's going to do. You don't know what's going on inside that knock-em.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to say something real quick. As far as would I jump in if my sister or someone I'm extremely close with was in a domestic relationship? It depends, because it's levels to abusive relationships. Now, I've been in situations where my dearest friend
was in a relationship where her man was beating her down mentally, verbally, but not necessarily putting his hands on her, and she chose to stay in that abusive relationship. I watched her self-esteem go down, and I watched her go from looking at you in your eyes to slowly, looking towards the ground. Like, I watched that process. And because of that, I gave her all the advice she needed. And, she chose to go back, and I would tell her, and I wouldn't hide it, like, you crazy for going back. I got a place for you. I got to crash with me. You got to crawl before you walk. So what? You got to struggle. Get away from that. Yeah. However, if he put his hands on her, he would get dealt with. I say that in the name of the Father. Forgive me for my sins, what I would do if that happened. But, if you choose to go back to somebody and your life isn't in danger per se and, you just down on yourself, I'll give you what I can give you, tell you what I can tell you, but you choose to go back.
Yeah, you got to be mentally ready.
You got to be mentally ready, like the young lady stated. So.
Okay, let's transition from this serious topic. It's kind of a downer. All right, I'm going to ask the gentleman this one, and the women can chime in, but this is for the gentleman first. Jay, you listening? Mm-hmm. All right, this is for you now. You and Marcus J.
Calls you out like the teacher in class.
Yeah, we're talking on the side. All right. In a relationship, is it more important to be right or happy? Be honest. Is this working for you? So first answer the first part. Is it more important to be right or happy?
Happy.
Happy. Can you expound on that?
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
My thing is, if you're not happy in a relationship, just leave. I mean, what is that person doing, or what is you doing, to make that relationship work? And then if you're not happy, that's when the cheating and stuff coming in. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You start meeting people that's doing stuff that your significant other is not doing. Mm-hmm. So you always, happy. If you're not happy, I always say leave. Mm-hmm. That's a conversation you have to have with that person. Like, look, I'm not happy. If you want to work it out, that's fine. But if you can't work it out, just leave, because it's going to lead to cheating.
In terms of an argument, okay, is it more important to be right in the situation, or to just be happy and surrender to your mate?
So you have to pick your battles.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. For me, I pick my battles. Okay. If I'm firmly strong on something, I'm going to ride with it. But I'm not going to ride with it all night.
Right.
Sometimes you just got to be like, okay, that's your opinion. That's my opinion. Let it go.
Let's agree to disagree.
Exactly. It's crazy, because some people are so adamant about, I'm going to make you see it my way. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I'm like, I'm going to be right. It's not that serious.
It's not necessary to be right all the time.
Right.
It's not worth the consequences that it'll lead to.
Right. And it's going to destroy a relationship if you has to be right all the time.
Yep.
And it's going to be that person, that's going to come in and be like, well, blase. And it's going to cause you to cheat. So you
we're back to that cheating situation.
Yeah, man. I see it every day.
Yep,
I see it every day.
Which one you want?
I see it every day. Like, I see people. I know people that's in relationship that's not happy.
Right.
So the first person that comes to them and tell them they're cute, or give them some type of attention that they're not getting at home, that's who they're getting all their attention to, and they just ultimately cheat. And a lot of people stay with that person because they scared. They can't afford to live on their own, or they scared to be on their own, because the person that you're cheating with, 9 times out of 10, they got somebody else.
You know this game a lot.
Yeah.
This cheating game.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Marcus J., what you think?
Well, as far as being right, I don't have to be right. You know what I mean? Like, when you in a debate or when you arguing with someone, if you are so interested in winning an argument, then what you fighting for? Like, I know what I'm saying, at least to me, is what it is. And so if you are more interested in going back and forth, you can stress yourself out doing that. And so I guess to take the other choice, I guess the other choice was being happy. I'd rather state my case, say my piece, and then be done. Why argue a point when, at what point when the person is not going to receive what you're saying? Mm-hmm. You know, so why even go through the theatrics of trying to change their mind? You know, it's almost like politics. If you're a Republican, you know the Democrats ain't going to agree with you. So
And
you're
vice
going
versa,
you're going to say your piece and you're going to move on. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at that.
Okay. Miss Jody, you had something to say?
I did. Just real quick, you know, when you in a relationship and y'all having a tug and war verbal exchange all the time, I mean, you can muster through that in a miserable kind of way, but at the same time, that makes your counterpart kind of vulnerable for love that they're lacking from that mate because they're consistently trying to get you to understand them. Now, when you in love and you really in love, your boo can say something totally wrong. You be like, you know what? I don't even care because I love you though. You go ahead and be wrong, boo.
Right, baby.
You right. Like, you know, I know you wrong, but you right just for the public to hear, you know. When you in love, that don't even matter because you can see past the BS. But when you fighting all the time, that just leaves so much problems. Okay, that's it. Real quick, that's it.
Okay. That's why you had something to add?
No, she got it.
Before you go on further,
Okay.
I got the text messages. If it's anybody out there that's trying to get out of a domestic violence situation, I just got the final text. I got some information on how you can get away and where you can go. So if you can call in at 804-402-2893, we can help you get out that situation right now.
Just hit it up in the mail because
Yeah, hit it up in the mail. I'm not going to put it out on the
you don't
air.
want your voice heard.
Exactly. So, yeah.
If you know one of us, hit us up in social media or inbox us, and we'll make sure that information gets to you if you need it. Ain't no how stepping with Marcus J. Diva.
Okay. Miss D, did you want to add something to that? Okay. All right. So we all have a consensus. You should, you know, just be happy. You can't always be right, right? I agree with that. All right. Another scenario. You're newly single and you meet a guy/girl who has been single for over 5 years. What are your thoughts initially? So who wants to chime in first on that?
She crazy.
She's crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, expound on that. I need to
First of
understand.
all,
Why is she crazy? Let me hit you across your head with this mic. Why is she crazy?
Because you want to hit him upside the head with the mic.
Exactly. Now, to keep it real, my first thought is, what was your last relationship like that you are single for 5 years? Evidently, it's a trust issue, a hurt issue. You don't want to be bothered. Like for me, personally, I'm tired of starting over. You know, I'm tired of starting over. So that's why I've been single for a minute.
So I can't assume you're crazy.
Huh?
So then I can't assume
I
you're
am crazy. I am crazy.
Because maybe she got out of a bad situation. Like we just got finished discussing.
And that's what I said. Like she probably got out of a bad situation,
You know?
or she hurt. I was just playing with the crazy bit.
Maybe
But
she just got out of a divorce and she just want to relax and take her
Yeah.
time.
yeah,
Maybe she's a widow, and
True.
she just want to take her time.
yeah.
She
Anybody
ain't
else have an opinion on that? Is she a crazy lady?
I mean, I think
Why
I
you been
think,
single
I,
for
think
5
it's, I think
years?
it's crazy that he said that. I think it's crazy that you said that.
Yeah.
But it ain't no half stepping. I gotta
know,
get
I
the
got
girls
you.
riled
No,
up.
I got you,
the
but
girl-
you know, no,
I gotta
can
get
dig
them
it.
riled up.
Well, this is what
Y'all
I
ain't got
think.
riled up enough.
When a guy has been single for 5 years, I'm not gonna lie. What's wrong with you? What's going on that in 5 years you aren't with anybody?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, with me, I put all my energy into work, school.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in
I'm
general.
telling you, I've been single for like 4 years.
Well,
so
that's not my problem.
But
That's
you
yours.
think the chick is crazy?
What I'm saying is apparently
Double standard.
something is wrong with you. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah. Why are you still
I know
single?
I'm crazy. I'm stubborn. I'm crazy, and
Stubborn and crazy are two different things.
and I'm both of them. I'm both.
Well,
of
that's
them.
my next question. What's your sign? Yeah, there's no need for us to talk.
Pisces,
Keep it
but,
moving.
I
We can be
mean-
the best of friends.
We're not talking about her no more.
But at the same time, I mean, when you get to a point where you picking the wrong ones, like I picked them, and it never work out.
I'm
So,
sorry. I'm the queen of picking
You know
the
what I'm saying?
wrong
I'm
ones.
tired. I'm tired, man. Like I'd rather be single than to be guessing. Like
Yep.
I'm missing I'm missing the red flags or something. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
miss the red flags all the time.
I got my little man. I'm good.
I'm gonna have to go out with Jody so
That's
she
how I
can point
roll
out
with
the red flags for
Hey,
me.
the red flags,
point 'em
people.
out.
I need a book, man. The red flags people ignore is so subtle and so serious at the same time. If you single for 5 years, I'm expecting you to be a few things. Either you a real horny monk, or you a mama's boy and ain't nobody wanting to deal with that ish. Or you got some kind of crazy fetish that you scare your chicks off with every time you present it to them. Or you got some sort of social issue, like you don't know how to talk to people and you secretly gonna kill somebody in 5 years. It's gotta be something wrong with you. If you just can't find a person in 5 years, something's wrong with you. Because even if you can't find nothing serious, you would at least date.
He's a
Go
perfect
out with
gentleman.
somebody. Have an experience with something. Now, if you ain't had none in 5 years, 4 years,
Remember that movie?
there's a underlining issue. Believe you me. And okay, PSA. People, single people, if you come across anybody that has been single for 5 years, run.
Yo, but what
Run.
if-
They
what if-
will
what if-
kill you.
But I
They
had
will
one
kill
person
you.
tell me, he was like, I had one person tell me they were trying to find themselves. What is trying to find yourself?
That's time.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
They trying to
no.
find- look in the mirror.
No. It's not knowing that my name, what my first name is, or any of that. What
I hear
if
people
if
say
you've
that
had
all
it
the time.
bad?
Where you
If you
been?
had a bad relationship and it took a toll on you, it's not that you don't know who you are, but you want to get back to being who you are before all of that. That's me trying to find myself. You know what? Let me talk to myself, and why do I always blah blah blah? It is. It's finding yourself. It is.
Okay,
It's-
let me cut in on the question because I created it because it's me. I'm way past 5 years, and
So you the crazy
you know,
one.
it depends.
Snap.
Yeah, you just
She
call
got
me
the knife in her
crazy.
pocket. I'm
You just call me
going.
crazy. I'm deranged. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. Listen. I think if you take time to find that Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, then that means you're selective. It doesn't mean you're crazy. It doesn't mean that you are desperate or whatever. Now, when I say single, I'm not talking about I'm celibate. I'm not talking about I don't date. I'm saying I haven't had a serious relationship.
I can
in a long
understand
time.
that. Then you're not crazy. You just haven't found the right one, and that's
Right.
a good thing.
Right.
But I'm gonna shout somebody out, and Melissa P may know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna name no names, but this person is a great relationship with me, and I love her dearly. She has been single for the longest time because she is crazily picky. You can't be bald, you can't be tall, don't have a toothpick, don't smoke cigarettes, don't wear slippers. Yeah. Oh, he ain't go to college, no good. He got a gap between his teeth, no good. And even still, there's something wrong with that. Even still, there's something wrong with that. You're scared, There's something, no.
It might be
As
to
long
the
as you
point
got
where-
experiences, you good. But if you ain't got nothing, it's something wrong with you.
Ain't
So
no how
sorry.
to step in with Marcus J. We getting
Wow,
ahead.
y'all tough. Y'all
And
tough
social
crowd.
media, Tony's still listening. She said, shout out to Lissa P and SY.
What's up, Tony?
Katrina's listening to us. She's going back. She said, great point on the mental health aspect of domestic violence. And so shout out to them for listening to us. We appreciate it, Diva.
We're going to take a little break right now, and we're going to come back with
Okay.
some more Diva Diaries.
Ain't no half step on Marcus J.
break?
Before we do that, Jody, we're going to play a couple of more tracks. Jody, we're
Word
going to
up.
play I'm Cool. What's up with I'm Cool?
Yeah, so smooth. I like that because I got inspired by the industry beat that you're going to hear that it's on. It's I don't even know the name of the song, but I know like it's a Cash Money record. Wheezy, Nicki Minaj is on it, on the original. Now, that inspired me, firstly. So I'm cool, the subject matter. If you the type person I am, personally, I'm a Taurus. I'm a laid-back kind of person, And I work hard to not let my feathers get ruffled. That's a job in itself to not snap when most people would.
Oh,
it's
shit.
a job in
Lord
itself to
knows
have
I know
self-control.
I know all about that.
And this is the song about that. Like, I've never had to fight in my life because nobody put their hands on me. I ain't talking about nobody never said nothing to me. Say what you want to say. We fight, and you can still say what you want to say,
Right.
you know. I'm cool because I know how to handle myself in a crazy situation where the person that might have the proper training would go ratchet.
She like Morris Day cool.
We gonna also drop it low. We gonna also drop it low.
Drop it low.
Give me a little bit, just not a lot. Give me a little
Drop
bit.
it low. I mean, that's your. I hate to say typical. It's nothing typical about my music, but it is a club song. You want to drop it low when you hear that beat and the bass drop. I ain't gonna. Well, I twerk in the seat when I hear it.
Nah, I can dig it.
So it's just a good club song to make you dance and to make you, have a good time.
You can I can dig it. Ain't no hashtag on Marcus J. Live from the den. Legacy. Internet radio. Another word from our sponsor. Shout out to our brother Sid. What up, bruh? Live action captions. I'm cool, and we gonna drop it low. Ain't no hashtag on Marcus J. Be back in a few minutes, y'all. Stay with us.
Tired of wearing that same old raggedy t-shirt to group events, civic, and work situations? Then why don't you check out our folks, Live Action Captions. They offer t-shirt services here in the Richmond and Tri-City area, offering multicolored, direct-to-garment printing at an affordable price. Guess what? No charge for changing colors for a design either. Pick and choose whatever you want out of the rainbow. No minimums at all. Discounts at 25 or more. If you'd like to rock one of these hot shirts that we here at Legacy Internet Radio do, then you can get with Live Action Captions at 804